And we are back in the NOVA podcast doing fitness, business, and leadership. Today, our man, Mike Jones, member of the month. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing, Neen? I don't want to exclude you. I'm going to chipper you up a little bit. You seem a little bent. Oh, I'm great. I just had a great CrossFit class.
Wonderful.
So, Mike, welcome. Tell me about you.
About me?
I feel like we got to know each other a little bit in the past few months, but you're still kind of a mystery.
I have lots of secrets.
I know. You do seem like a unique guy, so it's like I can't really just assume I know, like, I know Mike Jones. He's one of these kind of people. I wouldn't know how to say that about you. So, Where you come from? How'd you get to Rochester? What are you doing? How's life?
Okay, where do I come from? That's already complicated.
Let's go.
I was born in El Paso, Texas. So I grew up in Texas about the first 10 years of my life. Mm-hmm. Moved to California. Grew up there almost like another 17 years. So I'm mostly from California.
From what you remember.
Yeah. But the thing about California is it's very different from Texas. So my formative years were in Texas, but like when I moved to California and I'm like in 5th grade or 4th grade or whatever, like everyone's hugging. It's like, I need my personal space. It's very different.
Guess what? They're not hugging anymore in California.
It's very different socially. Then after California, I got a master's in guitar performance in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And now I'm...
Well, what school in Louisville?
University of Louisville.
All right. Cardinals.
All
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Oh, wait, so go back. Your degree's in what?
Music.
And I'm sorry, we got your master's in what again?
Music performance.
Music performance. Okay, so what does that entail?
Performing music, being a really professional and like crafting your own artistry, which means programming, how you present yourself, putting on concerts, playing for the community and whatnot. University of Louisville was really great for that, and it's one of the reasons I went there. Not only like the stipend for being a TA.
Okay, cool.
But doing a lot with the community and teaching guitar and actually teaching classes there.
Very interesting. I don't think I have many friends at all in general life that are like music specialists or very, at least not to that degree. There's people that played an instrument in high school or maybe they can strum the guitar at a party, but that's pretty interesting. Go ahead.
Fun fact, I was a vocal performance major in college.
Ooh.
Can you sing?
So I sing and play guitar. And so what kind of guitar do you play? Curious.
I play classical guitar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's
Very
why
cool.
my fingernails are a little bit longer, and this is like the crux of my
Picking
sound.
hand. Yes.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Classical guitar, how does it I know very little about music, so you're gonna have to kind of break this down in layman's terms so I can understand.
So classical guitar, you could think of like nylon string or the Spanish guitar. It's the guitar that's unamplified with the strings that aren't quite steel, so it's not that twang. It has a little bit more.
It's a much softer, warmer sound.
It's a more intimate sound.
Okay.
People would say.
So an acoustic guitar, but not the traditional like steel guitar like they refer to in country music.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because that can still have like a tinny kind of.
I know. I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
There's a unique, especially country music's known for having. It's like the steel guitar is like a.
Yeah, or like most.
But I always thought the steel guitar was like a brand of guitar, not like a. Not like the. Obviously, now that makes more sense. The steel wires on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look at me learning. All right.
Good job.
I'm sophisticated now. Music buff, maybe. It's like when people are like, I'll pull out some random fact about the guitar later in life. I'm like, no, my friend Mike is a guitarist, so therefore let me tell you about what else? You play other instruments too? Or you got like a whole repertoire of skills on?
I am proficient by university standards in piano and singing and whatnot.
That's what we need for the lounge. We need a good piano in the lounge room. The room that's currently
I remember taking piano class. I'm not very good at piano.
I mean, it's a little bit silly for a guitarist because we already play a chordal instrument that we can accompany other people on.
Sure.
And that's and we can do theory on, and that's like the main crux of like learning keyboard, is to like instill these other factors of knowledge around music that you wouldn't get.
But you're not reading a double staff
Sometimes
sheet
you
of
are.
paper. Well, okay. I never am. I play by ear. So.
Okay.
But he is the master of music.
Yeah, that's if I
you know.
need guitar lessons. You're
That's
gonna
awesome.
probably get really frustrated with me, but yeah.
So how'd you get into CrossFit?
Well, I've done CrossFit one time before coming to this gym.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's because my friend, he's actually another guitarist. He just does CrossFit for fun. And he came to my weightlifting club. And I was like, okay, you're driving all the way here? He lived like 2 hours away. I was like, okay, I'll drive to your CrossFit. And they were like super, super nice to program a WOD that's like kind of based around my strengths. And I didn't even realize it till like around now that like the WOD is pretty nice to me, because it was just heavy clean and jerks and like 50 sit-ups each round. And I was dead off those 50 sit-ups.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I forgot how many rounds. And I just remember looking, other people just passing me, and was like, how do you keep going?
Sometimes you
Welcome to the club. It'll be like that. You always have your strengths and your weaknesses, and you learn to moderate between the two and
Correct.
get better at each along the way. Okay, so you did have a weightlifting background, though. You kind of came in, looked into. It was ironic. You came in, like, asked, "Hey, do you have any weightlifting classes? Do you?" And we're like, not really, but we do a lot of weightlifting and CrossFit. And then like a week later, I'm like, hey, Mike, I know you asked about this, but
Yeah. And Kevin was even like, we might get a little something in the future, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that was just irony. That wasn't like
That's cool.
the timing of that.
Cool.
So your first workout, was it actually Murph?
I came in one time before that.
Okay, one time before that, and then boom,
My
I'll show.
goodness,
I remember your hair was growing out long, and you came walking in, like, and I'm like, oh no.
And I think I came
we're about
after
to
everyone
kill this
just
poor guy if I don't know. Yeah. No, you worked hard the whole time, though. It was like, I just remember that day being like, oh man, I don't want this new guy to think that like every day we just do murderous workouts because we'll come back. But then again, has it been untrue?
It's most days.
Feels that way, right?
I mean,
Sometimes.
I recover faster most days than that Murph day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all do. I think Kevin was in a pool for like 2 hours.
So how's the experience been so far? I mean, you coming from a weightlifting background, not explicitly CrossFit oriented, kind of like what you've been doing now.
So I was on my weightlifting club, and that entails I was probably training like 4 to 5 times a week, and programmed by one of the strength and conditioning or kinesiology majors there, and they had a strength their NSCA or whatever the acronym is. And then coming here, doing WODs, I just knew that CrossFit would be a different modality and not necessarily my strengths, which are kind of throwing some weight around a little bit.
Yeah.
And getting a little bit more aerobic capacity, losing some weight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you slimmed up quite a bit now that you mention it. I mean, I don't mean that in an offensive way. I just mean, yeah, you're looking pretty good. Obviously, something's working.
I actually weighed myself before I started CrossFit, and I felt like I looked at myself in the mirror, and I've never weighed myself this whole time I've been in Rochester since summer 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been just gaining that grad studies weight. And I was like, okay, this is the second heaviest I've been over in my life, like 233. And then I saw the weight near the showers or whatever, and I weighed myself again. I'm still 233, but like, I'm feeling much better.
I'd say you're definitely looking a little bit slimmer. I was saying the other day when you came in for Ollie class, I was like, Mike's looking pretty good. That's good, makes me sometimes, have a sense of relief when I look over or somebody reports that they're, hey, I've lost this much weight, or hey, I'm whatever body fat percentage less, or I just look over, I'm like, well, if I'm looking at you, I can tell whatever the numbers say, it's better than it was.
It's working.
Good, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, I would say in the last 6 years or so since I've been doing CrossFit, my body weight has like barely changed, down like a handful of pounds maybe. Like,
Mm-hmm.
'cause I used to have a lot of bulk muscle,
Yeah.
so my body weight generally stays around the same. But it is when I'm doing CrossFit regular, when I'm eating to the way we prescribe, pretty lean, pretty fit feeling, looking, and my body weight doesn't change a lot, but the composition of it certainly does. So.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't surprise me sometimes when members tell me that, they're like, well, belt size is down 2 notches, but like I'm the same weight. I'm like, well, congrats.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you eat the same amount and you just only change your work,
Yeah.
it's the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In theory. Yeah. I always think it always depends when it comes to like the nutrition topics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Anything particular stand out to you? Anything you learned about yourself, or just about fitness, or in the process of these last couple months?
I have to work a lot on pacing. I think I really like intervals and just going for it, then turning it off, like being like flipping a switch.
Go hard rest.
Yeah. And I've noticed that just like running, and I see you or Kevin be out there cheering me on and be like, "No, I'm on my break." You're like, "Come on, Mike, just keep going." I'm like,
when you first started, you did have a body language that told me you were an unhappy man on some of those runs, but I was like, hang in there, buddy.
I think there was one time where it was just me and the other Mike, who was like a strong dude, and it was a mile, and we had to go like around Mag or something.
Yep.
Yep.
The scenic route.
The scenic route.
scenic
I lost him pretty quick. I'm like, you got it. I'll take the stroller bus by myself.
That's good. Well, no matter how fast you're running, stay consistent. You will thank yourself later.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess some questions that we like to ask people, like, because I think we learn a lot from each member we talk with, chat with. Like, is there anything you would recommend to a new person coming in, or somebody that may be thinking about doing CrossFit that is kind of on the fence? Any advice you'd offer, kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'd want to know, like, what are the main benefits of CrossFit?
No, but I mean, was there any stuff you would say to them if they're like, "Hey, I'm thinking about joining," or "I don't think I might need to get in health and shape, and I'm really nervous about it"? Any advice you kind of give to them coming on?
I think if you know what CrossFit is, you can say, my goals are to lose weight, to kind of like go at your own pace, to be able to scale, to get any work in, and be like, oh, this gym, this CrossFit is for you.
Mm-hmm.
What other hints, tips, tricks? There's no tricks.
Oh no,
Showing up.
keep showing up.
Yeah, there's your trick.
Yeah.
Showing up,
Just come
listening to your body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit hard for me when I'm used to like maybe throwing up weights that a little bit fast, but like, oh, this workout's gonna be 30 minutes. You should probably go a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you credit. You were definitely, I remember when you first started, you could, no matter what the WOD was, if we had any Olympic lifts, the way you move, the speed at which you move the barbell, I was like, oh yeah, that guy's done some lifting. This workout's not gonna not gonna allow him to move at that speed that fast for very long.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's cool. Anything you found, since you've been doing CrossFit, where maybe you find some of the principles we teach or stuff that kind of playing out in your regular life outside of the gym?
I didn't know the rise stuff before, like when I was like first coming into the gym, and I start reading around the posters and stuff, and that's really, really good for development of self and community, and I really like that.
Yeah, we try to, with the acronym we use, RISE, respect, integrity, self-awareness, and engagement, kind of it's layered in, like if you break it down. Respect obviously for each other, the equipment, the facility, and most importantly, probably yourself. Self-respect. I think taking care of your health and nutrition, lifestyle is a way of self-respect. Integrity, obviously, do what you say what you mean. not only to other people, but to yourself. Again, it's a lot of self-evaluation stuff in our model. And then self-awareness is obviously the awareness to know who you are, what you want, what really does and doesn't matter to you, and then also kind of like who you are and how it fits best in the world. I think
it's really important.
Yeah, and some of those are social concepts. It's by being with a community of people you learn those things, I guess. And CrossFit's kind of a nice microcosm. You get people that have music degrees from Louisville and people that have computer science degrees from, RIT or, everything all over the sun, sports and business and sales and you name it, advertising, marketing, sports, all in one place. And then the engagement is just engaging into the program, like showing up, listening, working, doing the things we try to model, and then our 5 factors of health that we try to preach, teach, and believe in strongly. So I actually appreciate you noticing all that. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you noticed all that, but I noticed, appreciate you appreciating our rise. Because I don't think we do enough of a good job sharing some of those things until asked.
I mean, I take Nova, like, say Kevin. He just does the work. If you watch him, you see rise. Mm-hmm. I think you don't necessarily label it and talk about it, but you do a job of spotlighting it and, like, just actually doing the work.
Try to the best of our ability to walk the walk, talk, live it out, not just, be about it, not just talk about it, but it's hard to do. And I think the staff we've got now is pretty good at walking the walk, talking the talk. Everyone is doing their best.
And everyone has their own flavor. I like that, of all the coaches.
Yeah, we are a diverse bunch. I don't think really many of our coaches hang out too much outside the gym here and there, but like when we're at work, it's a pretty compatible unit these days, Mm-hmm. But cool. Yeah. I'm glad. It's good to hear, actually. Nina's practically on the team now. She doesn't know it yet, but she's going to be indoctrinated.
Jeez.
Nina's role here at the gym is growing all the time, but just not in the coaching set.
Yes.
But running the business side is going to be, it's growing and becoming more and more complicated, obviously. Mm-hmm. So we do podcasts and the BJJ expands and have our build-out continues up. But Nina will be an important piece too.
Is that your nickname?
No, actually, I hate being called Neener. So
she is in a bad mood. She doesn't know everything is bad tonight.
My family will tell you that only my sister Ryan gets away with calling me Neener.
Okay.
I had a 6th grade math teacher named Mr. Olson at Brockport A.D. Oliver Middle School.
Call him out.
And he had a Long Island accent and would just call me Neener, and he was my least favorite teacher, and that was it. I don't know.
You don't have a nickname then?
Neen.
Neen? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Which I won't. I'll just make her mad. I'm not going to give her a lecture.
Normally calls me just Neen.
Okay.
Sometimes I call her Nina.
Well, that's fine too. It would be the German pronunciation of my name, but I told you, full of random facts, just not the ones we were talking about earlier.
You feeling better yet, Neen?
No.
Come on, Mike. Give her a shake.
A shake?
No, don't touch me.
No.
I wouldn't shake you.
Oh, man. All right, well, we're trying to keep you in. So, Mike, sorry, back to Mike, the star of the day. What's up next? What are you looking to do going forward in your life? Job, education, fitness?
Yeah, so I came to Rochester because I'm getting another master's degree and...
Oh, I'll get that for you.
Nice.
At the Eastman School of Music.
And so is this master's degree in music a different discipline?
Yeah, it's not me just performing. As I noticed working with nonprofit organizations, both national and local, they're silly. They trust me and they give me responsibility, and I kind of wanted to prepare myself better for that and build the skills necessary to not let people down, not let programs down.
So what does that kind of work entail? Like layman's for me, because again, I don't know the music very well.
Okay, so my degree, we do economics, we do finance, we do marketing, fundraising, making annual fundraising plans, making marketing presentations. What else do we do? We talk to the board. We do public speaking. We do collaborative efforts with the community. That's kind of what I wanted to do when I came to Rochester. I wanted to learn these skills in an academic sense, part-time, while I'm also working within the community. So what I do now is go to school, and then I work at the Eastman Community Music School, and then I also work with another organization called Rock Music Collaborative, which actually Ronnie's kids go to.
Oh, no, good.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And they provide free music education for students in RCSD for like 4 to 6 hours a week.
That's cool.
Because they believe in the power of music and everyone should have it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think many people could argue with the power of music being whether it's just for recreation or, you use it for motivation or peace. And God, there's so many different types. Do you like write your own music, record your own music ever? Like, is there a Mike Jones CD?
I'm sure you had to take a composition class.
I've done compositional exercises. I've done my own pieces. I've gone on a track with some freshman guitarists and made some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vocals?
There's something going on.
All right, I'm just curious.
All right. NOVA Fitness Band.
Yes, the NOVA Band. We got Justin and Chris. They play something, right? Percussion.
Yeah, they're percussionists.
And you play the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
You need me to step up and be the vocalist. I got it. I got it.
I've seen you when you play Disney.
I can Mick Jagger legs, and there's plenty of people that are famous that can't sing very good, right? Yeah. I just gotta have the right moves.
Sure. Yeah.
Are those the right moves?
Well, everyone's got their flavor. Come on.
There's a market for everything.
There's a market for everything. Oh, goodness gracious. Nina, what questions? Anything more for Mike before we let him go?
Nope, I think we covered everything. I mean, I think we could go on and on forever.
I find learning about music interesting. I don't know much. I didn't actually realize till we started this conversation how little I know about music. It's... Yeah. I mean, especially classical music, right? That's what you kind of specialize in, or...
That's what my degrees are in, but when I teach the instrument. I don't teach classical music.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you could take any given instrument and apply it to different genres of music, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Interesting. You ever play an instrument that is completely unorthodox, or an instrument that, in a style of music that's completely... Like a saxophone isn't commonly played in certain genres of music. You ever do the opposite, though, where you try to put that...
That's what music people love to do.
That's what I think that's interesting when people do remixes of songs, but like in a completely different genre of music. Mm-hmm. It's like one of my favorite things. Like there'll be a stupid pop song I don't like, but then I hear like a rock version of it. I'm like, that's kind of awesome. Or vice versa. Even I'll hear like a old country song or vice versa where it's like a metal song done in country or some other version flip-flopped around. I just think it's cool. Mm. And that's how I listen to my Billie Eilish remixes. No big deal.
Well done.
Billie Eilish country remix or what?
No, rock.
Rock, okay.
I listen to my Justin Bieber classical Bieber.
Cool.
Okay, we can edit that part out. No one needs to know. Well,
everyone here knows that you listen to Justin Bieber. Come on.
What? Good.
It's catchy.
Good. It's fine.
It is catchy. It's like kind of annoying how catchy it is. It's like, damn it, why do I like this?
Well, Mike, congratulations generally on being a member of the month. Mm-hmm. You're a very coachable guy. You're a jolly guy to be in class. I think you put off a great energy that's good for other people, too. So, it's a pleasure to have you at the gym. I'm glad you came in, made it through Murph on day 2. And I hope you continue to be just as coachable. I hope you continue to, if there's anything you need, to help you get further in your fitness journey, whether it's weight loss, muscle gaining, hitting PR numbers or something like that, let us know. Especially if if there's something more you think we could do, please, all ears. We like the feedback, and we like people like you that are, showing up every day and projecting that rise mentality. We want to make sure we're delivering on what you need and want. So don't be a silent, what do they call it? Don't be the silent minority. I don't know what they say. It's one of those sayings that people say. Politics. I'm the silent majority. I don't know. Don't be silent. That's my point.
And I think that's a little bit easier for me to just be silent and do my thing. So thank you for not reaching out, spotlighting me, and showing love.
Okay. What's your favorite lift? I forgot to ask this. I want to know. Favorite lift?
I like
Heavier the better, yeah.
heavier.
All right.
I like deadlift. I like snatch. I like clean jerk.
Do you have a least favorite?
I hate running.
I knew the answers to these. I just had to ask them for the record. Maybe the problem is, Mike, we haven't done enough running, and we should do more to encourage you to love it.
I just don't like running long distances. I'll sprint. I'll be fine.
So we need to get you more aerobic. I'm tell Todd to tell you to be more aerobic.
He had us do like 15 clean and jerks every 45 seconds at 75% for aerobic capacity.
Oh, that is pretty good. Touche, Todd. Touche.
He's done.
Yeah, he's a good coach. We know.
Yeah, we know.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mike Jones.
Yep. It's a pleasure.
We have a lot of Mikes nowadays.
We do.
Yeah. There's another Mike J too.
Yeah, Mike Jankowski. Yeah. Yeah, because I used to write Mike S, Mike J, and there's another Mike J. I'm like, you know what? We're just writing Mike for everyone. You have to guess who came to class. You'll actually come at the class at your own time, though. It's like if you know what class you're looking at, you know which Mike it was.
Nice.
Alrighty, well, it's been a nice time hanging with Mike in the Nova, where we hope to see you again soon. A lot of big things coming up in the gym. TTYL.